Today we will talk about internal structure of heart. You can see very clearly in this diagram what is present internal to heart, what chambers are present internal to heart. There are 4 chambers in heart. As you can see, their names also: right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. So the upper chambers are called atrium and the lower chambers are called ventricles. And those which are present on the right side are right atrium and right ventricle. Those which are present on the left side are left atrium and left ventricle. Now let's see that from where blood enters into heart, the deoxygenated blood. 2 main veins that are present here: superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Vena cava are main veins. Vena cava is a main vein, and as we know, veins, they bring blood to heart. So these veins are bringing blood to heart from the inferior is bringing blood from lower part of the body. Lower part, that means lower to heart. Superior is bringing blood from the upper part of the body. Part that is present upper to heart. Both these main veins, they bring deoxygenated blood to heart, and through these the blood enters into the right atrium. The blood will enter into right atrium. This is the first chamber of heart. So that receives the deoxygenated blood. So the type of blood it receives is deoxygenated. Now this chamber will start contracting. We know that heart is made up of cardiac muscles. In class 9 we studied about 3 types of muscles, and we know heart is made up of cardiac muscles. So these muscles, they contract and relax, contract and relax. Continuously they do this: contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation. So when blood enters into the right atrium, the walls start contracting, and because of this, pressure is put on the blood that is present in the right atrium. So because of this pressure, the blood flows into the next chamber, that is right ventricle. But the only problem here is the presence of a door between right atrium and right ventricle. This door is present. This is called tricuspid valve, and this opens only in one direction, so it is unidirectional. It will open only in one direction. What is the direction? It opens from right atrium to right ventricle. So when pressure is put on tricuspid valve, because of that pressure, the tricuspid valve will open and the blood will enter from right atrium into right ventricle. Now, next what will happen? After that, the right ventricle also start contracting. So the walls will start coming close to each other because of contraction. The volume of right ventricle will start reducing and the pressure will start increasing. Again, the pressure is put on blood that is present in the right ventricle. Now, from here, blood can go either to this wall or back to right atrium. But blood will not flow back to right atrium. Why? Because of presence of tricuspid valve. When right ventricle contracts, tricuspid valve closes. So the only option for blood to go into is the the pulmonary artery. So blood will enter into pulmonary artery from right ventricle. So here the blood from right ventricle has entered into pulmonary artery. You can see one valve is also present at the beginning of the pulmonary artery, that is called pulmonary valve. So the name of the valve is given on the name of the artery. So after entering into the artery, pulmonary artery, blood will go back to, from here where it will go. The meaning of word pulmonary is lungs. It is related to lungs. So this artery will take blood to lungs. We know here, through 4 pulmonary veins, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Through these 4 pulmonary veins, blood will enter into left atrium. Here these are right pulmonary veins, as this is the right side. They are coming from the right lung, and these are left pulmonary veins because the blood is coming from left lung. With the help of this, the oxygenated blood has again entered into the heart, because the heart will pump this oxygenated blood to rest of the body. So here there will be entry of blood into the left atrium. Now left atrium will start contracting. It will put pressure on the blood. Because of this build up of pressure in the left atrium, valve will open. This valve will open, that is present here because of the pressure. Initially it is closed, but because of the pressure this will open. There is another name for mitral valve. It is also called bicuspid valve. So when this valve will open, this door will open, blood from left atrium will enter into left ventricle. So from left atrium, blood has entered into left ventricle. After that, what will happen? After that, the ventricle will start contracting. Now atrium will start relaxation and ventricle will start contracting. Again, build up of pressure in the left ventricle. Because of contraction, there is a build up of pressure in the left ventricle. Because of this pressure, the mitral valve, this valve closes, and there is another valve, that is aortic valve. Here, this valve, this will open. So one valve will close because of the pressure, and the other valve will open. So blood through this open valve will enter into aorta. So from left ventricle, blood has entered into aorta, and aorta is also known as main artery, biggest artery, main artery, right? And now what will happen? As you can see, aorta is branching out. It is forming 3 branches here, and these branches will supply blood to the rest of the body, oxygenated blood to rest of the body. Here we can see that I will show you how this is going to branch out. If we extend these, this will form branches like this. Like this, branches are formed. Similarly, this will also form many branches, and they will supply to different parts of the body, right? For example, let's say this one is supplying to liver, this one is supplying to kidneys, this one is supplying to brain, right? So oxygenated blood containing lot of oxygen is transported to different parts of the body. Now this oxygen will be given to cells of liver, kidney and all other body organs. The cells, what they will give to blood in exchange of oxygen, what it will give? It will give carbon dioxide, and blood will become deoxygenated again. As liver and kidneys, they are present lower to heart, so the deoxygenated blood will pour into inferior vena cava here. As brain is present above heart, so deoxygenated blood from brain is poured back into heart in superior vena, through superior vena, right? So blood will go back to heart again through these main veins like superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. The blood will enter into right atrium. From there it will, here you can see, from here will enter into right atrium. After that, build up of pressure because of contraction of right atrium, and opening of tricuspid valve. This valve will open and blood will enter into right ventricle. Then again contraction of ventricle. It will lead to closure of tricuspid valve, opening of pulmonary valve. This valve will open, blood will enter here. From here it will go to left lung and right lung. Then oxygenation will take place and blood will come back to heart here in the left atrium from all four veins, pulmonary veins. And after this, contraction of the atrium, opening of mitral valve is there and blood enters into left ventricle. After that, contraction of left ventricle. It leads to closure of mitral valve and opening of aortic valve. When aortic valve opens, blood enter into aorta, aorta branch out and give blood to rest of the body. This way the cycle continues, and that's how oxygenated blood is supplied to cells, and deoxygenated blood is removed. It is oxygenated, it is brought back to heart pump it to lungs, and lungs do the oxygenation, and then that oxygenated blood is again supplied to all the cells in the body.